For you, Hagel. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
She has a heart of gold. I think I wouldn't still be as involved with music as I am if it weren't for Glady.
She makes other people sound good. Even if she doesn't know the words, she'll just watch their lips and she'll sing that harmony.
Without her starting this whole thing, I don't think that I would be at all where I am with music right now.
Well, we moved from Worthington off the farm to Epworth. I call that my hometown. We lived right on the main drag of town. 9 brothers and sisters, mom and dad.
We had a creek to play in, bluffs to jump off of, and always music, really, truly, that was a big deal. There were 4 of us girls, and then came a boy and a boy out of 10 kids. But Gladys was kind of the fun one when it came to getting into trouble and doing cool things.
Oh yeah, my sisters were great about keeping us entertained. There was always a cardboard box somewhere. We'd cut it open and create a fort or something like that.
There wasn't a lot of money to be had, but there was a lot of joy, and we had a lot of people surrounding us. I think it just brought our whole family closer together. We bonded through music.
Music was always going on, so my mom played the piano and we had an organ. Had all these buttons that you could push.
We'd sit around the piano and Mom would play and we'd all sing. Then when we moved to Epworth, we met some fellows that were going to Divine Word College.
And it was so fun that Dad would see them walking by and say, "Why don't you come on in and have some coffee?" And a lot of the time they were also musicians, so they would play the guitars, and pretty soon we were like sitting trying to learn how to play the guitars with them.
It was like a hootenanny just about every weekend at our house. They'd come over on weekends, hang out, and got us started in a music group, my sisters and I.
From Epworth, Iowa, we are honored to welcome the Ressler sisters.
The first song would be If I Had My Way. If I had my way, if I had my way.
We all went to the church up the block, sang at all the Christmas midnight masses and stuff as a family. There were shows around in Dubuque. We had the urge to try that out. As brothers and sisters, I noticed a similarity in our voices, our style of singing.
Gladys and I were really quick at picking up harmony. The coolest part was, because Gladys was only 12 or 13 when we started out, it was fun to see the audience watch her. And the rest of us didn't have to feel so visible, because their eyes were always on her and she always kind of did something fun.
Dad was kind of the guy that, hey, my girls can sing, they'll come and play some music for you. I remember we were at a restaurant one time and I wanted some candy. I said, if you get up on that table and sing a song for these people, I'll buy you that candy. He didn't think I'd do it, but I did it. So, then he knew I was a bit of a ham. When I was in high school, I decided to try out for a play. I got a major role right away and started trying out for all the musicals. Then I really enjoyed acting, so that was what I wanted to go to college for, or actually I should have just went right out and tried out in the movies or something, but something told me I'm a small town kind of girl. So I went to Clark College. And in the meantime, my brother Randy, who was at the University of Iowa, would come back on the weekends and we had a band and we'd play all over.
My mom would take me out to see them in bars over in Wisconsin and whatnot. So I kind of grew up watching them do the rock and roll thing, which was pretty cool.
My brother Randy and I were in lots of different music things. And he did become a dentist, and then I got married and I had a bunch of kids and I kind of fell away from the music. 22 years after not being in any kind of music or theater or anything, just raising kids, I decided I could be in a band again.
She had written 3 or 4 songs and wanted to perform them at open mics and things like that. And then it wasn't long after that we decided that we should maybe start to put together a band.
So that's when I came down with one of the guys in the band to the Blue Room. I met a man named Al Larson, a grumpy man. He's building this stage that I'm sitting on right now. And I remember the one guy asking him, "Hey, you looking for bands?" And he was like, "I haven't even got the stage built. Come back later."
We came down one time with the equipment and a couple of other musicians and just had the first inaugural open jam. It went pretty good.
And when Al said to me, "You want to run the open mic?" I said, "Only if I can have my brother play, because, well, I never thought I was that good on guitar, and he's fabulous, so we'd have that. We could lean on each other that way."
All I heard was, we're gonna do this every Wednesday night, and I thought, forever? I mean, how long can you do this?
And every week we'd say to each other, "What if nobody shows up?" Now we have to say it. It's kind of like a jinx if we don't say it. And they just start filing in here.
I think now that the word is out, we get quite a crowd down here. It's almost hard to get through them all sometimes, you know.
When I first started coming down here, I was the only young person that was here. Everybody else was old.
I think he was 15 maybe the first year he came down. He was a little shy. I could tell he had a lot of talent. And he started coming almost on a weekly basis.
Well, it's the only major open mic in the tri-state area that's every week, rain or shine. I'll come down here and I'll just be having the crappiest day. And then I get up there and I just let that all go through my fingers and through my voice.
Look out your window, see what you left in the sand. Kicked in mirages with a gentleman wave his hand. He sends a message and he realizes that the mothership leaves at a quarter.
When I step off that stage, it's like a weight that's been lifted off.
He's really helped the open mic. He's inspired us to keep it going. And he's just one. There's many, many. I noticed a lot of young kids had no avenue to really play out in public. Music teacher Kenny Klein would bring some students down, so they got up and he would play with them. Then I found out he was teaching them music at Uncle Ike's music store.
Playing with people like that is the greatest gift that you could possibly get. It felt like I was just thrown to the wolves completely. It was I don't know what I'm doing.
Seeing a young kid get up there and watching him evolve, get a little bit better week after week, it's very inspiring.
It's to the point now where it's it's a reflection of my soul, and it's to a point where I can express things through music that I would not otherwise be able to do.
I think the reaction's been great. I think all the musicians that come down, they just love it.
They will notice that it's the best musical experience they can ever have. Where else you're going to hear 12 different kinds of bands or people playing country and rock and blues and songs that they wrote all in one night, and it's free.
Everyone will welcome you to Bobby Glady's new room.
Yeah, Glady gets along really good with everybody. She tries to include everybody, and she's very good about engaging people like that, making them feel welcome.
It's floated down the river. We're glad he landed here.
If there's somebody new who comes in here, she flocks to that person. Even if they don't write their name on the list, they're packed in the corner and they're just "Oh, what's your name? I haven't seen you before. Do you play?" And she's just so enthusiastic about these new people coming in, and I think that's what's really drawing a regular crowd of people is just the enthusiasm.
There's such a good spirit down here. Such a friendly atmosphere. We have little parties. If somebody's birthday, I'll bake a cake, or sometimes we have a table of food, celebrate something. But it's really great to see the younger and the older people all kind of getting along and learning from each other. And so when you have people that love music and people looking for someplace to hang with good people, that's what you got here.
Gladys is amazing to me. She always has been. I don't know if I'd ever write a song about her because she could probably write one way better.
The first and last thought should be the same. It's awesome. She's very talented. She makes other people sound good too.
I think the most important word to really think about when you're talking about Glady's effect on people is genuine. I guess just like the main thing that I would just say to Glady would be like, thank you. You know, like, this place has shaped me into like who I am musically, and I would not be anywhere close to where I am without this place. So I thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
For any songwriter to try a song out on a stage, you're bearing your soul. There's all these emotions that music brings out in us, and that's basically why I want to just keep doing music. Whether they like it or not, I'm just going to keep doing music. I don't care. I love it.